I had all my stuff ready. Totally didn't.
Yeah, I hadn't even signed up until just now. Yeah, I got food hangover.
Oh yeah. I ate. Yesterday was about the first day I kind of like totally overate in the evening out of like pure boredom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been there. Boredom snacking, deadly.
And while I was doing it, I was just like, why are you doing this? Like,
I ate meat yesterday, which is
what?
That's kind of my rule, right? Vegan at home, but I eat whatever when I'm out of the house. But yeah, I'm feeling like shit today. Because we went to Tim Hortons on the way to Botanical Beach because we sort of went on a whim.
I went with like the Wahoo kit. It's kind of like black with some blue stripes.
Oh, awesome. This looks nice.
What's worse is I've been like, with last night, I've been logging all my food for the past like January, since January started. So if it goes in my mouth, it's getting, the calories are getting counted.
Yeah.
And so the logging app, it just kept going higher and higher. And I'm just like, dude, stop. And then like, we have this case of like Costco muffins. So I'm gonna have a muffin at like 9 o'clock at night. Oh, why not have 2 muffins?
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. Why stop at 1?
Yeah, it's like 640 calories per banana chocolate chip muffin.
Those are the craziest muffins, hey?
Well, they're not really muffins. I'd say they're like mini cakes because they're huge.
They're cake. They're not muffins. That's exactly right.
And what's kind of funny is they sell chocolate mini cakes. Not all the time, but they basically take a chocolate muffin and put chocolate icing on it, and then they call it chocolate mini cakes. And I'm like, that's their muffins with icing on it.
That's amazing.
They're so good.
I had no idea. Yeah, those things though, that's tricky too, because it's like, oh, let's have a muffin. It's a healthy choice, healthy-ish choice. Those fuckers, well, they're like how many calories are in them? I think 600. 600?
Yeah, it was like 620 according to the interwebs.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's like 3 chocolate
I ate 2 of them after already eating like meals throughout the day.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling a little bit blobbish.
Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. I feel like I'm spilling out of my bibs. And the other thing too, like, so I mean, I had a bad food day yesterday, so I got a food hangover. But I had like my chicken burger and fries, and then I ate a bunch of Catherine's fries because she was having a regular human portion. I'm like, no, I'm not done. I'm having cheesecake for dessert because.
Morning. So much junk. Actually, just funny is like I totally fasted till almost 3 in the afternoon, and then I just ate everything from 3 till like 8 o'clock at night. And then I had a super crappy sleep because I ate too much food and I was like uncomfortable. Well, see, before it used to happen for me like the entire weekend, so I figure like I'll give myself a pass for one day. Get back on track. Well, I used to have cheat weekends starting Friday, but I think if I have a cheat day once a month like that, where I go crazy overboard, that's probably fine. Because dude, I think it was like, I ate like 4,000 calories yesterday. I've heard of it, I haven't seen it.
About a bunch of people in a very exclusive, fine dining establishment. It looks like it's modeled after Noma, and so it goes bad from there.
I assume they're on the menu.
That's what I thought too, and that's what I thought I'd read from reviews, but no, I don't think they ate any humans.
Okay.
Some of them were on the menu in a different way. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't spoil it. I highly recommend it. It's well worth it, especially if you kind of look at the world of fine dining and mock it a little bit at the same time. Like,
hey, good morning.
Peter, are you riding the Fondo today too?
I don't know if it put me further forward or something, because I didn't even finish last time, so that wouldn't make sense.
No, I was asking if you're riding the same thing we're riding this morning.
Yeah, no, I was just
Yeah.
commenting on the fact that I hadn't seen you. I don't know
It's like
why
here's
it
the cutoff.
started me at like
I feel like I
120th
take her
this
out on
time
the bike.
instead of
She's gonna like jump off and run around.
down at the back where I was last time.
Interesting. Well, Lee and I are at 144, 145 right now.
We're right around the same spot.
Your sound is not too good this morning, just FYI.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit choppy. So if you say something and we say something non sequitur, it's because we...
Right. Yeah, I haven't done anything different, so I have no idea.
Well, that sounds a bit better. What you're doing there, or whatever.
Of course.
Fine. Nothing.
No,
What?
fucking
Yeah.
internet.
No, my mic is
Yeah.
off. Muted. Cat Brad's getting away from me.
This course looks easy. I don't see very many big climbs.
No.
I thought there was like 800 meters of climbing total.
It says 800 meters. I didn't realize I wasn't in an ERG workout. I was totally like not shifting.
Oh man, that minute the sweater comes off in the fan, I was too hot with my sweater on, but holy balls. I feel like I should have a series of sweaters, progressively thinner.
I moved my fan away because I was wondering why I had it so close to me. And I just realized right now it was so I could turn it on while I was on the bike.
Yeah.
It's now out of hand range.
We need the clapper. We all of us.
I think I have.
Clapper.
I think I the clap. I think I actually have a another smarts plug somewhere.
Oh yeah, that's a little more high tech than the clapper. Peter, are you too young to know what the clapper is?
No,
Clap on, clap off,
Yeah. God, I'm never gonna forget that.
clap on, clap off. The clapper.
I mean, I don't know if it was sold over in the UK, but it certainly became enough of a part of culture to make it into movies and stuff.
That was like the first smart switch, really.
Have you ever seen one in person?
No,
No,
never.
Yeah, I had a friend in university who had one in his residence room. And I never could figure out. I mean, these rooms are tiny, they're like jail cells. It's like, why do you need it? I think it was ironic. Which, makes sense. Like, why would the clapper be anything but ironic?
I remember the little old lady in her bed, totally clapping.
That's right. So I can't believe those guys are going gravel riding today.
It's extra cold this morning.
No, it's crazy cold. It's supposed to be -8 with wind chill, and out at Fourth Lake, it's gonna be even colder. That's like Game of Thrones style, going like past the wall.
it's going to be super nice out there.
It always
The
is
sun's
though,
going to be
Patrick.
out. It'll be crisp. None of all of the mud will be frozen. You won't get any bike dirty.
Yeah, you're not selling it.
I think Patrick has a backlog of really nice pictures that he posts on purpose that aren't necessarily of like the day
Yeah.
that he rode.
I think you're right.
I'm enjoying his YouTube series trolling Brad though.
Yeah. He's kind of stopped that lately, which is disappointing.
Yeah.
It's because it didn't bother you.
think-
You're like, oh well, whatever.
Peter, Lee and I were going to do a series of videos in response, like Catherine wiping my brow, delivering snacks, you know, Lee's kids, you know, helping him, bringing him
My
drinks.
wife, actually 5 minutes ago, Tamara has brought me a cat. So I got to pet the cat while I was riding.
Oh, wow.
All right, it's getting warm. And on. Garage door slightly open. Man. All right.
Boy, my power is not reading a very impressive number, but my legs are telling me different. Like, it's like, why do they hurt at 210 watts?
It's the chicken.
Yeah, that's right. He said, it's the chicken.
Oh, you just made me look at my power and I'm surprising myself, so that's nice.
Just keep lying to myself that this is my rest week.
Every week's a rest week, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish.
Or at least it is for me at the moment.
Starting to try to build volume a bit.
Right.
I have the Forte, I think I told you, I signed up for it, so that'll be a tough one for me. So I have to make sure I'm on top of training.
Yeah.
I like to be motivated, but that one's scaring me a bit.
Yeah, well, that climb's probably going to take like an hour, isn't it?
Yeah, probably. I would say, yeah, an hour is probably a good estimate.
Oh, I almost got, noticed my heart rate wasn't on. The RGT almost crashed when I went to turn my heart rate on.
Have you ever had it crash?
Once. For almost the exact same thing. I was in the starting pin of a race and I noticed that I'd forgotten to turn all my sensors on. So I went to menu, sensors, and everything just totally froze.
Oh, yeah.
And it actually booted me. I had to log back in. Luckily, RGT turns on really fast.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big bonus of it. I've noticed that too. It's like with
It's like-
Swift, you click on and you come back 10 minutes later. At least with my shitty
Yeah.
old computer.
You can like X out of the game and be back on in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
What does it mean when your power goes red?
Sorry, when your what goes dead?
When your power goes red.
Oh, red, that means you're in like zone 5 or zone 4. The
Really?
it's well, it's based on the FTP you put into the game. So it's all your color zones of like the 5 power zones.
It must be based on a different number than what is actually showing on the screen. Maybe it's an average or something. Because I've seen red when I'm not pushing high numbers, and I've seen high numbers without it going red.
3-second average, or perhaps in your case, it's like a mood.
Oh, are you talking about when your numbers go red on the top left? Oh,
Yeah.
that means you're wasting watts by either drafting or braking around a corner.
Okay.
So like if you're in a draft and you're pushing, your watts will go red, being like, whoa, why are you pushing this hard? Back off and stay in the draft.
That makes sense.
And then there's some courses with really tight turns where it will auto brake you. And so it's just kind of a warning like, hey, stop pedaling because we're braking you. Like I just pulled in behind Brad and the numbers flashed red for half a second.
See, I picked a really ugly kit. It looked a lot nicer. Why does it have purple on it? I didn't notice those purple panels. Hey, my avatar looks fatter than your avatar.
I was just gonna say the opposite. Mine looks fatter. I think
Maybe
they're
it's
all the same.
Yeah, I know, but I think there's a ghost in the machine that lives just to fuck with me. Peter, where are you?
100.
Oh yeah. 42 spot behind you.
I like when I look at the segment time and the top guy's already finished and we're not halfway.
Well, you and I are more or less honest about our weights. Me slightly less. Weight doping by about 2 kilograms, Peter, just so you know.
Nice.
I should probably be about 102, but I put 100 and I don't feel like changing it. Lee and I discovered something. I don't know if we told you, but Lee mentioned it and I was quite delighted. He ranked last week's Fondo by weight, and we were number 1 and number 3 fattest, or heaviest. I should stop disparaging both of us, but yeah, we were we were the heaviest. There's an American in there in between, so I have to up my game a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure you were just the most honest. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. That when I ranked it the other way, there were an awful lot of 44 kilogram dudes in that race.
And we didn't do so bad. We weren't last.
No, we weren't even close to last. We actually did really well, I thought.
can you do position by weight?
Within the if you go to rgtcycling.com and log into your account, you can look at past weight result or past race results, weight results, and you can filter the by weight, by power, you know, a bunch of other metrics.
Nice.
The only reason I find that as funny as I do is, well, two reasons. Like Lee already mentioned, we did really well, especially given our weights relative to the other riders. And two, we're both losing pretty rapidly. So, you know, it's just regular winter fat and a dose of honesty on our part. But it's still, it was just really, really funny to see where we were ranked. And it's like, okay, are we really the heaviest out of 180 people? I don't think so. Are we the most honest? Yeah. Yeah.
We should put
probably.
a check mark beside our name. Most honest.
Yeah. That should be an automatic for like the top 5 heaviest riders to get a bonus. And it should be secret. You know, you don't know until you're in the game. And, you know, every once in a while, like your car goes by and you get sticky bottle or whatever they call it.
Yeah. Honesty power up.
Oh, the mountain bike thing, that's just super funny.
That's disturbing, isn't it, the mountain bike?
It just messes with your brain.
You know, maybe that's why they ride it, other people. They're on the mountain bike just to mess with other riders.
Well, if you're near the front, it could work.
It totally me. I'm like,
Because it's so ingrained with Zwift to be like, why is that guy going fast?
yeah. Yeah, exactly.
I'm in an arrow tuck just behind this mountain bike guy right now. We're going along pretty well.
So
There's
it's
people behind it.
like drafting behind a barn door.
Yeah. Let's carry our guy.
It's,
I believe how strong that guy is. It's not.
I know, he's really strong. It kind of inspires me to get older and not worry about it.
Have you been out to his farm?
No, he invited me to come out so we could talk about
And we spent the night because it was too late to drive home. There you go, Alexis. Yes, I dabble in both.
Because he wanted to show me his waxing setup, which in any other context would sound a bit weird. But,
how is your chain cleaner?
I haven't tried it yet.
What?
I know. I've been a little behind. I got some stuff to clean though, so yeah.
I just would have put like random crap in it by now.
Yeah, I know. It's shameful. Don't worry, I'll get to it.
So this is pretty much the biggest climb of the ride, and we're almost done it.
Yeah.
Not bad.
We have it's a total distance of, so we have 49K to go. Yeah, that's not bad.
Last week was a slog. Those hills were just long enough to put you in the hurt.
Yeah. I'd say more than just long enough.
Well, this hasn't been bad. It's like a little bit of a hill, flat, a little bit of hill, flat.
Well, I made it here the front of my group, and the next one's like 100 meters away, so hoping for the next
hill. Go for it, Peter. Go get him.
Oh, I can see him now. Yeah, just gradually wind him in.
When you're in that condition to do that, it's really fun to pull people in like that.
Once we get over this hill, Brad and I are going to start taking people down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Sorry, go ahead.
I love the RGT algorithm. It does properly account for watts on flat ground, I think.
And weight on downhill.
Yeah.
There's no way in Zwift, with me being like 110 kilograms, that some dude that's 70 kg is coasting and keeping up with me on a downhill. Because in real life, that's never happened. Ever. Like as soon as we hit any sort of downhill incline in real life, I'm pulling away from people quite quickly.
Yeah, you definitely are. Even from me, and that's something I'm not used to on downhills. But except gravel. Gravel doesn't count because I'm braking because I'm a chicken.
Gravel, yeah.
I remember on the pavement, the first time I encountered this Lee was in Nanaimo Lakes Road, and I was coming down the hill with you, and I'm like, holy shit, he just pulled it away from me.
Well, do you know what I think makes a difference as well? Not only the fatness, but when you're doing 70K an hour, the aero on the bike, I think actually makes a big difference.
Well, you were using the Super Tuck, which I don't have the balls, no pun intended, to try yet.
I wouldn't do that now.
Was that on revenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, you were probably way ahead on that bike when you first got it.
Well, then just like the aero advantage gets bigger and bigger, or better and better the faster you go. So, you know, if you're doing 70 down a hill, you know, the gap between a standard bike and an aero bike is even greater.
That's a good point, yeah.
I was doing my, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, then you factor in UCI illegal aero tucks.
Yes. Yeah, I was doing my trick training recently, and somebody on one of the videos pointed out that because it's the uphill bike, the aero on the dome is optimized to work best at like 30k an hour, so around where us normal people ride. Whereas the E-Fondo is optimized for like 30k an hour because it's a climbing bike. Whereas the dome's optimized for like 40 or 50, and the aero doesn't actually work as well at lower speeds.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because, I mean, those are the speeds that World Tour riders are going, but we're very rarely ever approaching.
Yeah, so the point they were making was that the aero on the E-Fondo is probably better for normal people.
That's good.
Hey, Dimitri, totally not winning. I'm at 140th.
What was the Domani optimum again?
I'm winning at life and fitness.
In particular discussion, they were just comparing the dome and the E-Fondo.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why I think Specialized actually discontinued the Venge, because the what the heck is the the tarmac was within a few watts of the same aero as the Venge, but it's a much more enjoyable ride everywhere else. So they're like, it's not worth having two bikes within a few watts of each other.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think the technology has progressed as well, where it's, you can do both. You don't have to have a bike that's optimized for one or the other.
Well, yeah, because like the aero bike is always classified, oh, it's heavier. But now, the aero bikes are meeting the UCI minimum weight requirements. So it's like, well, if you can get an aero bike that meets those requirements, why not? Oh, we finished the time section, Brad. Damn it, I didn't pay attention. I was gonna sprint ahead of you.
I scorched you by 2 seconds.
Ah, you're gonna beat me. You're beating me in the standings.
Yeah, it was a pretty tight race for 143rd.
Yeah. Actually, the fan pushed farther away though is more pleasant. Definitely, It's breezy. I mean, it's not that far back. It's only about a foot farther away, but on low, I could kind of feel the wind, but it's not like, holy crap, freaking -10 wind chill.
Yeah. It's not like
our
you're living
first
it.
downhill victim.
Yep. Yeah, it's like, suck on that, you bag of bones, I just skinny shamed that guy.
Yeah, I think there's a lady up ahead.
Yeah, she's going next. Oh, Canadian. That's awesome, man.
Oh, sorry, there's I think a lady in front of that person. She's got a W in brackets by her name. So I'm assuming that means she's in the women's category. Oh, look, we're going. Oh, 77. Freaking flying.
I wonder if RGT is enlightened enough that they've got more than one gender category.
Hopefully. I don't see why it matters online if you're sorting by watt per kilo.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like in ZRL and Zwift, women race mixed. Everyone races in the same, yeah, it's sorted by watts per kilo, so it doesn't really matter.
I guess if I was really uptight about gender, I would not be that happy about being forced to pick one or the other, I guess.
Well, you could pick a female avatar in the game and still be a man.
Yeah.
That happens in online games all the time.
So can you pick a female avatar but tell the game your gender is male?
I don't know, that's a good question. I'll try it after this. Yeah, this course is way nicer.
Yeah, these little uphills are nothing.
I think by the 35-minute mark last week, I was pretty worn out of the stupid hills.
Yeah. Definitely. I was able to finish pretty strong, but I was pretty happy the second I could stop pedaling. How many watts are you saving there? I'm just trying to correlate between what I see.
45.
45, okay. Makes sense.
I was doing about 140 watts right behind you.
Yeah, because I was doing about 180 to 190.
So that matches up pretty good then.
Yeah. Have you been making up spaces or positions?
Just about to take 73rd.
Holy shit.
Holy crap.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, I'm down at like 92.
I think people stopped as well. I passed a few people who are stationary.
Right. Still counts.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's the strategy with the segments. I think people are stopping to rest.
Oh, there's a segment coming up. Somebody's having a rest.
Yeah, because your placing in the race is based on the segment times only. Which makes it more fair for, you know, because they run 3 races of each, or 3 different time zones. So I guess that's which I guess is the best way to do, you know, a race over 3 time zones, is just make segments within, because the segments are quite long too. It's not like they're like these little sprint segments. That last one was 7.5K.
Yeah, the next one coming up even longer. It's maybe 10K if the last one was 7.5.
So Brad and I, we don't really care too much about the segments. We're just riding. So to place where we are placing is not bad.
Yeah, I haven't really been hitting the segments this time. Maybe I'll go for the last one if I'm still around, because it's uphill.
That's what I said last week. And then I just died. I could barely make it up the hill, even just normal pace.
Keep on the time this week so I don't underestimate how long it's going to take me to get ready for work. Our next segment starts on a down hill.
I like the sound of that. Interesting. We're only 40 minutes in, and Lee and I are starting to pull people in as well. You know, even though we're basically both riding pretty zone 2 today. We're not pushing on the hills too much. Pretty mellow on the flat here. Yeah, I find that interesting. I mean, that obviously happens in real life, but usually, well, with Whistler, it doesn't seem to happen until 3 hours in.
People that can't control themselves.
Yeah. Interesting, this woman we just passed is in our draft. She's doing 2 watts per kilogram, but her bar is in the yellow.
Oh yeah.
So it's a push to hang in our draft, which is interesting. That surprises me.
Just waiting for the fat guys. Oh, it's totally gonna be 2 hours.
I thought that she'd be pretty much in the blue for sure, if not dark blue, right? But I guess not.
Probably weighs 70 pounds.
Yeah.
Picking up all the ladies.
They just both dropped off, it looks like. Yeah, interesting. Good physics. He is pushing pretty hard though to catch back on. Watching her bar and her distance. Oh, she did it. Holy smokes, Peter.
Peter's racing to get to work. Well, that's like Peter's internal race. How far can I go before I have to stop?
Looks like I ran out the left and I'm maintaining the 69 position.
didn't realize that was a thing I saw in the shortcuts on the phone app. It totally looks like blowing kisses.
Victims are Americans, Lee. Big block of them again. I'm watching that woman try to catch up and see if she keeps jumping up into the red. Now we hit the hill.
Yeah, I really do.
Now everyone
find RGT racing feels a lot more realistic as far as like the drafting and the pack dynamics. Oh, this is a steep one.
Short though.
Oh, she's burying the needle. Going red. Here she comes.
I'm not worried about that level of effort just to keep up with two dudes like us, because it's kind of early. It's kind of early to put that kind of juice down. Say that as I hit 300 watts.
Come on, then, right being passed.
What happened?
The 69th place guy went on a breakaway. I'm now in a pod with a bunch of people around 70ish.
Interesting. You sort of formed a node then.
Just, yeah, for a minute.
Yeah. The dynamics of this stuff is interesting, hey?
Yeah. I need to try and recover a bit.
Well, I think indoor riding, there's a lot of people who haven't really ridden a lot outdoors. So the whole strategies involved, I think, are a bit confusing.
I think you're right.
Like when people are in a race, the last thing they want to do is slow down and wait for a pack of people. That's probably the best thing to do.
So hard though, right? So you have to be disciplined.
So they're out there solo doing 300 watts, where they could be doing 240 in the pack.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you guys have both been on rides, even with like, groups of 5 or 6 friends, and then you have like a couple, 2 or 3 strong friends together in the front, and then 2 stragglers strung out various distances behind. It's like, why are you both riding alone? Team up. But yeah, it's not as obvious, I guess.
Like when Peter was like, oh, The next segment starts on a downhill, and Brad and I have been riding for 15 minutes, and we haven't got to the next segment.
When I say downhill, it's like 2%, maybe less.
I think we dropped our hanger on Lee. Doesn't look like she's on anymore. She's 70 meters back and not really pushing again or anymore. So. Oh well, we're the opposite of the Marines, right? Leave everyone behind if possible.
Oh, here's a segment start.
This guy smoked us on the climb. The guy we just passed.
This segment is better for us.
Yeah.
This is a very flat segment. 9.3K with under 100 meters of climbing. This segment will help us climb the rankings. Oh, it feels nice to have the speed up a little bit.
Yeah.
Despite this seeming to have less hills, I was looking at our distance to our time going, oh geez, this is gonna take more than 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, it looked like it, but maybe not. I mean, like other than that one hill, 2/3 of the way in, it looks like we'll be flying through these next little bit.
Looks like I've found my position.
Yeah, we're, yeah,
70 seconds.
yeah, nice. How far in are you, Peter?
A 20, 25, 24 and a half.
Me and I are just touching 19. That's a big gap.
You just gotta get to work.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
go fast.
That's the trouble with indoor training though. It doesn't matter how hard I ride, it's not going to go into work.
Yeah.
You could run the app on your commute.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, we were joking about that the other day. I could run Zwift on my phone, or RGT on my phone, and screen share to my stream. So it'd be like IRL RGT.
Especially if you Magic Roads your commute.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That's a good idea.
Yeah, good comparison to see how accurate physics are.
Yeah.
Let me know if you do that, Lee. I'd be curious to watch that, actually.
I gotta figure out how to get my phone screen shared and get it into my stream. I've seen people do it, but technology might be mourned up.
It almost sounds like a good enough experiment that it might be worth YouTubing instead of streaming.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
have to
usually,
screen across.
I usually do upload most of my streams to YouTube after the fact, just because YouTube is a free depository of videos. So rather than, I used to fill up, external hard drives at home. I thought, what the heck am I doing? YouTube allows me to upload 9 billion hours of video for nothing. You just make.
One day it's not going to be that.
Yeah. Look at this pack, Brad. Look at this.
Just look at that.
The segment is totally gonna move us up in the standings.
What happens when you wait, right? It's like we have the advantage here.
Oh, this guy was like, hell no. Well, of course it went uphill just as we caught those guys.
Where are you at now, position-wise?
124.
Nice.
Yeah, making gains slowly.
I was convinced.
Oh,
Sorry.
Go ahead, Peter.
I was convinced when we did this last week that it was going to start me off on a good week's riding, and I only rode once this week.
You're going pretty hard though, so probably helped out.
Hopefully.
Lee and I have done this routine in Zwift a lot, in Zwift races, where we just start out, don't keep our pace pretty solid, and we just, we're never going to get up into like the 70s or 80s or whatever, but it wouldn't surprise me if we finish in 110, 100, who knows? If we just sort of find that like this slow and steady pacing is super effective in races that go over an hour and a half.
Top 50 riot.
I reckon you'd catch me if I managed to stick around for the whole thing today.
Oh, no chance. No, I don't think we'd make up 5K. But we'll definitely catch people who quit, we'll pass their position, and then, probably wouldn't surprise me if we reeled in another 15 people.
I'd say
people.
15 is probably a good.
Through the next segment, hopefully people will back off slightly.
Problem is, it's usually us that's breaking on the hills. Yeah, like last week, Brad zone 2'd me to death. Couldn't hold on any longer.
I was a bit about zone 2, I think, on those climbs. More than a bit. I had a good leg week.
Nice.
Today, though, I got a food hangover. Zone 2 is hurting. Enough. Oh shit, that guy caught us.
He was pushing pretty hard. There's two guys behind us that are all these misplaced little hills. Let the white guys catch us.
I'm going backwards.
They're not easy enough, hey?
Oh,
Huh.
I'm also trying to eat though.
I think that did him in, Brad.
I think so. It
He
looks
started to
it
gap
really-
me, and I took off fast enough. I think I caught them off guard, trying to pull you back in.
Yeah, that's a big gap that we've got now. Are you in my draft?
Almost. Yeah, I know I am.
Just as it kicks uphill good.
Yeah, exactly. Damn it.
Basically.
I got a cold snap here, Dimitri. It's was 1 degree. It's probably a little bit warmer now, but I'm sweating a bit.
I don't think they're going to catch
I'm
up
scared to take this off.
with a gap like that now.
No.
Especially
We got
given the
him.
way we overtook them initially. They were hanging on for a bit, but yeah, I think they're done.
We can get over this little red climb. We're good.
Yeah. And then really put the distance into them. Who's ahead of us? Half a kilometer. Fuck. That's a bit.
I can't see in the camera. I can see my breath. We're supposed to get a cold snap this week.
What, actual sun?
Yeah.
I'm still wearing a hoodie and my toque. I can see my breath in the garage.
Oh wow. You're lucky.
I'm sweating,
about-
but I'm too scared to take the hoodie off.
Guys, when you ride, this is something I got to work on. I prop myself up on my hands too much. I don't relax my shoulders and elbows enough and use my core. I'm just noticing it now because when I don't have good form, my hands go to sleep.
Yeah.
I should really be like I say, having a bit more core engagement and having bent elbows. And I see it in photos of me during fondos and stuff sometimes. It's like, why am I riding like that? Like, it's hard to remember though to keep
Yeah,
form.
fan is very
I find
important.
it a lot harder on the trainer without the wind holding you up slightly.
I don't think I go fast enough for the wind to hold me up, even slightly. I need to have a kite strapped to my back.
Yeah, I found I used to shrug my shoulders and lock my elbows out a lot.
Totally what I do. if I'm not paying attention.
And actually, streaming has kind of helped because I can see myself and I can see when I'm shrugging.
So that's how you broke the habit?
Yeah, pretty much. It was like every time I looked up and was like, oh, why are my shoulders at my ears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to have a mirror in here, but I've moved it behind me now. I find I just spend a ton of time sitting upright.
It's like the
Yeah, Dimitri.
easiest
I always
power,
have three
like,
towels with
power-saving
me,
position. It feels
one
like it's
over
the
the
shrug,
bars.
right? But it's I don't know.
Not so much fans right now because it's cold,
ends
but
wearing you
I still
out
have
over the
one
longer
fan.
term. Especially on gravel, I don't think
blowing
that's a really
really
ineffective
lightly
position
just
on
to
gravel.
get some airflow. I feel like the speeds in RGT are more realistic
Yeah.
because I'm just looking like a 57K ride with 800 meters of climbing in Zwift. This would have been under 2 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm going, man, we're not even at the halfway point.
Yeah.
You know, and we're on flats or, you know, plus 0.5 and we're doing 30,
Yeah.
which is probably exactly how fast we'd be going in real life at 190 watts.
Yeah. I agree.
But in Zwift, we'd be probably doing 34, 35 right now.
Right. I never did figure out the group dynamics in Zwift. The only thing I could say was like, if I got in a group, my watts wouldn't change, but my speed would increase.
Yes, that's exactly what happens. The blob rules them all in Zwift.
Whereas, you know, in RGT, if I get in a group, my speed stays the same and my watts drop, which is what happens in real life.
And it's what you want because you want to rest.
Exactly.
You don't want to go faster, you just want to break.
Yep. Yeah, especially if I had to, like, you know, get up to, like, well, sprint hard or whatever to catch on the back of some group. As in Zwift, it's, well, now you got to maintain that. In RGT, you can catch up and then ease off, which is perfect.
Yeah, like I just rode behind you for 45 seconds and actually felt relaxed.
Yeah, you're right. That is nice. Yeah, that's an immediate effect.
Especially if you understand the drafting watts. Like if you know to ease off.
Yeah. I mean, I'm saving 90 watts here.
Oh, we got a guy behind us that must be only going for segments because he is flying.
Yeah, I saw that. He's been catching up.
4.8, 4.7.
Yeah, he's very much gaming the rankings. Oh no, you beat me by
Oh, 5,000 or hundredths of a second.
God damn it, 1/20th of a second, right? That's too funny.
Well, dude, what's funny is I totally thought we were side by side, which makes sense. My wheel was like 30 centimeters in front of yours.
You Clayton me. You CP'd me. I didn't even know we were coming up to the end of the segment.
I didn't pay attention until I saw it said segment over. I was like, oh, over? Oh, okay.
Too funny.
That guy totally was racing the segment. He just dropped to. Well, he's drafting us. That's probably why his watts are super low.
I hope this isn't my longest ride this year. Last year I got to the end of the Strava roundup thing. My longest ride last year was the Neva Zwift Fondo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you're kicking ass for 2023 then?
Maybe.
Maybe. Almost at the halfway mark, Brad.
Someone else just logo?
There he showed up.
Hello, boys and girls. Yeah, it's cold out. What the heck? It's going well.
You mountain bike yesterday?
No, I filled the wood bin. I got my tractor running. Filled the wood bin and screwed around the yard and lit a fire and made soup.
How was your
Sounds like a good day.
Yeah, it was, but days just kind of get away, you know, and then it's 4 o'clock and like, damn it.
Have you tried cooking beans by the fire yet? I'm curious to know how that works out.
No, just beans in the soup. But that has to cook for like 2 hours on the fire. That's just kind of fun, and I don't mind it. But we were supposed to go at 9 today out mountain biking, but I just think it's too cold.
Yeah, it's cold there. I can't believe
It's
they're gravel
cold.
riding.
So here I am. Trying to figure out my bloody Zwift thing on my download. Oh. There's a new download for Zwift?
Yeah, there's an update last week.
Oh, damn it. Unzipping files. It's unzipping files. Ugh. There's a joke in there. Unzipping. Yeah. It's gonna be a good Friday night.
Only if it's flies, not files.
So what? You guys have been on since the wee hours?
Yeah, don't even talk about it. So pretending
We're an
that 7
hour
a.m.
We're an hour and 13 into this ride.
Larry, we got to condition ourselves. That 4K starts at 6 a.m.
Oh, really? 6?
Yeah. Hey, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna bring a light and like ride the first part of that ride with a light, or just like
Yeah.
you are?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I was wondering if I could get my street light.
Is it going to be dark at 6 a.m. in September?
Yeah. So normally the regular one starts at 7, and the sun's basically just coming up. I mean,
Yeah, Tour de Victoria, 7 a.m. start. The sun is just peeking up.
Yeah. Yeah. And this last year for Whistler, I think we met at 6 o'clock at Starbucks. And it was pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I used a light on that ride too.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, just to get over the Lions Gate.
You gotta know where the side of the bridge is.
Yeah. Oh, picking off the kilometers now, Brad.
Yeah, they're flying by.
Except this easy riding is making me cold.
What's your heart rate at?
152.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Lower than last week for sure.
Yeah.
Slowly
about
getting
120?
back there. It's actually kind of nice seeing the week to week change.
Yeah.
I'm wondering though if those late night muffins kind of increased my carb stores, and I'm feeling better right now because I'm still full of sugar.
Maybe. Yeah. Definitely would have topped up your glycogen stores at least, if not like still be.
What kind of muffins are you talking about?
Banana chocolate chip Costco muffins.
What flavors Costco?
What flavor?
Yeah, they're banana chip Costco flavor.
Yeah. Well, when you just say Costco, it means that the muffin is 3 times the size of a normal muffin.
Yeah.
That's right.
So the term Costco determines the size. Like Costco banana chocolate chip.
Yeah.
So we bought some pancake mix there this week. When we were in Costco, it was a fairly normal size bag. And then it wasn't until we got it home and tried to put it in the cupboard that I realized exactly how big it is.
Is it in the blue bag?
Maybe. I looked on the back and it makes 280 pancakes.
Yes. That's actually a really good pancake mix for the price. But yeah, you have 5 years of pancakes mix.
I like that Kodiak power pancake line in the box.
Yeah, that's what we get.
Yeah.
Well, and I
That
appreciate
blueberries
the
and stuff.
I appreciate the instructions on the back. Tell you how to make the entire bag.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it does. It's for like camps. Buy it.
Okay.
So you have like a kids camp with 200
Pancakes for
kids.
100. Yeah, exactly. 100 people. You know, when I was an apprentice in the 90s, I worked for food refrigeration, but I was working at a camp in Shawnigan Lake, like I don't know what it was, some kind of boys and girls camp. And I was working on their walk-in cooler, and I'm hungry. You know, lunchtime.
Did you steal from the boys and girls?
Yeah, so, and then the cooler, and they had all this stuff in there ready to give to the kids, like all this pudding and just whatever, food. So I'm in there.
Meanwhile, an hour later, they find Larry passed out in the cooler in a food coma, sandwiches everywhere.
I'm starting to eat stuff.
Putting around his mouth.
I'm like, but then I opened the cooler and she's like, what? That's, I'm like, oh, I'm really sorry. I'm just so hungry and really. But come on, they're not gonna use them all. They're not like down to
Poor
the
little
science
Timmy. He went without a sandwich that day.
100 puddings and one person's not gonna get their pudding now. You know, you're gonna have kids going, I don't want the pudding.
Like,
All the kids ganging up on Larry.
Yeah.
Larry gets like a group beating from a bunch of like 8-year-olds. It was him. He took the pudding.
Ask you guys about something about swarmings, because I mean it's been happening in Toronto, and there was a recent one where I guess like 12 and 13-year-olds swarmed someone. But
Girls too.
like how many 13-year-olds do you think you could take out before they took you down?
What's that? Is that show or the movie Step Brothers, where they don't go past the school because they get teased by the kids, and then one day they decide to take on all the kids in the freaking schoolyard. And it's like 40-year-old men.
Well, okay, so when we went to school, high school, it was more, sure, there was always.
Once upon a time, a famous story. A girl named Alice got very curious about a little white rabbit who passed by.
Yeah, they stabbed him to death.
And soon found herself falling down a very deep hole into a strange place called Wonderland.
Oh, maybe cigarettes and alcohol are like medicine.
Nowadays, there are
Fine,
still
Dimitri. Trying to keep going.
leads them to strange places.
Problem is they had knives. I think once they got a few stabs in, you're probably like, oh shit.
Wait.
I mean, he maybe thought he hit a deer or something like that. Well, yeah, yeah, he probably would. I see you, Brad. I see you in zone 1 or zone 2 drafting me while I'm in zone 3. There's a big downhill coming up. Okay, you're on like the driving down some road on your bike. Okay, Larry, hold my handlebars. I'm gonna pee. Yeah. Oh, this. Put this little uphill in the middle of a downhill section. It's really like 35 pounds. Yeah, we ended up buying one of those like luggage weigher things to avoid, because yeah, we found the house scale inconsistent with luggage. I don't know if it's the way like it sits on it or something. Yeah, I've done that. It's the bitch thing to do. Yeah, well, no, I mean, it's a bitch move even when guys are doing it. Like, you really need to, if you're that much of a was talking to somebody else, but my sound redeem's not working. Super strange. Yeah, sound is not functioning. Weird. Yeah, like it's dead. Let me restart this. Yeah, nothing's happening.
Take off, eh?
Oh, there we go. That was weird.
Hammer time!
Oh, that's working. Yeah, it is. Yeah, basically, I created another Twitch account. Yeah, that is weird. No, I don't think so.
There was somebody else, maybe Christine.
Oh, maybe. Okay.
But yeah, it was freaking cold.
Yeah, it was awful for that.
I was surprised we laughed actually in the parking lot. No, it was like the first coffee ride, I think. Did we make coffee?
Yep.
At the dam.
That's why I thought Lee was on that one. I kind of remember two coffee makers.
Yeah, it was one of the first coffee rides we went on.
But I wasn't
make coffee at the end.
I wasn't bringing
I don't
coffee
go
maker.
outside unless it's over 10 degrees.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike.
Well, I see John went out yesterday for 50K on Strava. His road bike, yeah. It was nice. Sometimes you forget that, we haven't seen the sun in a while.
Yeah.
The sun came out Friday. I was like, oh my God.
We were up in Town Beach yesterday, and the sun came out, and it's like, oh, what is that feeling?
Yeah, like, wow. Felt really good. But then I thought, yeah, you know what? It's been great for quite a while.
It has.
Even today's going to be nice with. I think we will put the mountain bikes out, but kind of warm up a little bit. Then around noon, we might go out. Just this morning at 7, I went outside. I'm like, a little too cold. I think it's only -2 here, but still. You ride -2 and it's the wind chill too. I mean,
out at Fort Lake, it's going to be way colder.
oh yeah. -2 here is -4 or 5 there.
At least.
Well, it's kind of in like a funnel between mountains up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I can see my breath riding in the garage,
Yeah.
I'm not going outside.
I know. I was going to ride up and check out the clear cuts at Ridge Runner.
Somebody was saying yesterday that it's a big mess in there.
Yeah.
Right through at the moment.
Yeah, Whiskey Lake, Pink and all that are gone. Well, we knew they were going to be logged, and social climbers, I don't know if it's gone now, but it's going to be. I don't know, the trees aren't that big, I don't think. There's the odd big one, I guess, but I guess it's pulp or something. You wouldn't think they're big enough to mill, you know?
Yeah.
You get one fence post per tree.
I think it's all toilet paper. 7 billion assholes to wipe on the planet now.
Yeah, I don't know what Harmac makes anymore. I think they diversified to something, and we were making masks. I think they stopped.
I think Crofton got a bunch of government injection to open back up.
Yeah, what are they making? Plastic forks or something? I don't know. What?
Yeah, no, they were making, like biodegradable food containers.
Yeah.
Out of wood? Like pulping?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like takeout containers that'll last, for 8 hours.
What about the leftovers?
Gotta eat it all, man.
Yeah.
Eat it all.
What? Larry, what are leftovers?
You guys don't have leftovers?
Larry wasn't eating leftovers, and then he realized his scale's 9 pounds out.
Yeah, that's right. Like a little bit of a letdown.
It's like, I survived Christmas, didn't even gain any weight.
Well, it is a letdown. I mean, think about it. It's like, wait a minute. This is great. I'm maintaining 200 pounds. That's great. No, it's not.
Maybe it's your scale's limit.
It's just topped out.
I don't really weigh myself. It's just that it was out because of the luggage. Oh.
Oh, that dude's coming hard here.
Oh, that guy again.
Racing this segment.
He's Russian.
Oh, those Russians.
Not a fun, he's Russian.
He is Russian to the finish line. So he thinks it'll fit you because you're like I like the guy on the group ride with a friend that always has to have their wheel 6 inches in front of your wheel. And if you speed up just slightly to match the front of the wheels, he'll pick up the pace subconsciously. Full-on sprint. My coffee. Oh, you made it pretty far. It's age categories. So Brad and I are in the 45 to 54 category. Every time you enter or finish a race, you get your name in a raffle. So you have up to 6 entries. And I think there's only probably about 200 people that are doing this series. I was trying to get that. Who was ahead of us? B. Thomas. I was like, oh, maybe I can get him right on the line, and I couldn't. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I want to go look at the Industry 9 website now. Yeah, see that sign every kilometer, Industry 9, Industry 9. They make like hubs and CNC machine stuff, really nice hubs. But they're a sponsor of this race series, and there's like a billboard every 2 kilometers that says Industry 9 on it. It is. I've actually only bought that coffee since the Tour de Vic. I actually bought a 5-pound, I got a box of it that just showed up on Friday because I was running out. Yeah, it's based out of Victoria. Their shipping is insane. I ordered it Thursday afternoon and I got it Friday. Oh yeah, no, I was meaning Industry 9, but then I've been drinking decaf for the last 4 months. Trying to experiment, but I'm in too deep now. No, I totally meant Industry 9, but then the conversation got into coffee. I was like, later in 2022, I was feeling kind of like not motivated and shitty and gaining weight. And I thought, I drink an excessive amount of coffee. Like when I'm at work, I just drink coffee just to drink something with taste. It's not even about the caffeine, but I was drinking, 5, 6, 7 cups of coffee a day. So I thought, I'm gonna see it. It wasn't super hard to switch over though. Oh yeah, what I did is the first week I did 50-50, half decaf, half regular, and then I switched to basically 70-30, but I probably should have gone 2 weeks at 50-50. Because week number 3 is when I went 0 caffeine and it kicked my ass. The only thing I really notice, is when I'm tired, I'm tired. And I think what was happening is you get that, 3 or 4 in the afternoon and you're tired, and then you have another cup of coffee to hold the tired at bay. And now, I think I was running on caffeine for so many years. I was just always pushing my body farther than what it wanted to do. And for the first sort of month, I was like 6 p.m. I'm like, I need to go to bed. I can't even keep my eyes open. Yeah. That's been the biggest change is the mornings. I usually get up before my alarm goes off and my eyes pop open and I'm awake, like ready to go, like fully wide awake. Like I don't need to have that. Like I used to get to work and I was like, don't talk to me until I have my first cup of coffee. And now I'm just like, I go to work and I'm totally fine. But maybe it's placebo though, because I am still drinking decaf. But it's like, maybe it's just the coffee flavor. My body's like, oh, look at this. We've got some coffee here. I was watching these YouTube videos because it was a whole like the history of caffeine, and very well done documentary where they talk about like the Industrial Revolution was pretty much fueled by caffeine because people never had caffeine before. Caffeine is like a relatively new thing to like the, you know, UK and Europe. Like other cultures had caffeine, but the problem is there's so much caffeine in everything that we eat. Like, so you always have a little bit in your body, so you're never fully rid of caffeine. But if you go from 0 caffeine to having like a cup of coffee, apparently it's like a full-on psychedelic drug like trip. I'm gonna like, oh yeah, Dimitri, I could drink coffee at like 9 o'clock at night and still go to bed. I was completely immune. I'm probably gonna drink regular coffee at some point, but I'm like saving it for, you know, like race day. Like, you know, where it's like Tour de Victoria, I'll have don't think so. Maybe. Getting pretty tired now. There's one big climb coming up. Yeah, for around here, the gearing is horrible. Well, that's all that used to come on bikes was 52 and bigger. When people realize that there's hills. Because he got used to pounding the gears. But I mean, like a 5211, that's good for 60K an hour. When do you ever pedal 60K an hour? So it's sort of useless to have that kind of speed of gearing. Yeah, climbing gear is way better. I have a 30, no, I do have a 52, but I wish I didn't have a 52. But I mean, the crank is 5 years old. See you, Dimitri. Thanks for stopping by. What ends up happening is your chain wears, and then your chain wears everything else. Because if you replace your chain regularly, you should honestly almost never have to replace your chain rings. No. A single speed, yeah. Yeah, 38 front, 42. I have a 38 40, and it's nice. 42 would be like. See you, Peter. Yeah, an 1150. Problem with the 1150 though is the jumps between the gears get very large. I still like sort of nice even spacing. Uh, 11 speed. Yeah, I think all my bikes are 11. I think maybe. Yeah, this route wasn't bad, man. 2 hours and 6 minutes, and I'm feeling tired now, but it's getting better every week. Like last week, by the hour and 40-minute mark, I was like, I gotta get off this stupid bike. Yeah, we were way up there. I think like my next bike would definitely be 12, but I think by the time I buy a new bike, everything will be 12. No, we haven't had one since like the whole COVID thing. They keep asking us, but we're sort of like, we kind of got out of the groove, and now we're like, Yeah, there's families that have like 2 and 3 kids. I couldn't believe how much distance he got on me there. I was sort of paying attention. All of a sudden it was 100 meters. I was like, holy shit. Good ride, man. That was a good course. I like that one. Had just enough hills, got sweaty, but it wasn't like busting my ass. '57. Yeah, 58 almost. Yeah, I think the overeating last night completely got me through, because typically I would stop eating at 5 o'clock. So a 7 a.m. ride would be almost, 14 hours into fasting. Where I ate a bunch of muffins at like 9 o'clock last night, so they're still probably in my gut.